it's time to make another costume, and I'm showing you how I do it. Let's run that intro. Hey everyone, Mighty Mr. Mooresky here. Welcome back to the channel. And I apologize for the fact that you're looking down on me. It's just that the light in here is terrible. So it's coming to the end of 2016, and I've already got plans for what my cosplays for 2017 are going to be. So I'm putting them together, and I think the first one I'm going to go with is another Spider-Man suit. You know my Spidey suits, you know all of them. And of course my kick-ass costume. So I'm going to be working on a new Spider-Man suit, and that suit is going to be the PlayStation 4 Insomniac Spider-Man suit with the big white spider and the white gauntlets and everything. That's the design I'm going to go with, and I need to start making it. So I'm going to show you basically the process of doing it. And this time it's not going to be fabric paints or anything like that like the original suits were. It's going to be the way that my new Civil War suit was done. In fact, hang on, if I do that and sort out the light, I can show you. So obviously that's how my Civil War suit turned out. Originally it was more purple for these blue sections, but I stuck it together with a blue costume and added the lines on with the puff paint. So that's how the PS4 suit is going to be made. It's going to be done in the same way, in the same fashion. So I need to buy all the stuff for it. I need to get it all sorted, and I'll show you the process of making it. So starting this now, the date today, it's the 27th of November, so it's another month until the end of 2016, and I'm planning on doing a video to kind of recap that. So I need to get a head start on making this new suit. So I'm going to show you everything about it. So here we go. This is my my eBay buying the stuff. So it's a little bit hard to see, but we've got the men's second skin, the red one. That's for medium, and we got the same for blue. Now the blue will be on the bottom, obviously, and the red, we'll use the red for the mask, the gloves, and the little bits on the feet to make the PS4 Spider-Man suit. I have bought slippers for it. I managed to buy some blue slippers, so hopefully I'll get some blue soles, because the feet of PS4 Spider-Man appear to be blue. So yeah, I might as well play on that and give it some blue soles. So all I gotta do is buy these and pick them up from Argos, because I can do that. Because I'm that awesome. I'm pretty sure I can anyway. Let's go on to it then. Okay, so it's been a couple of days since I ordered the costumes, and we now have all the parts and pieces we need for making the PS4 Insomniac Spider-Man suit, and I'm going to take you through them right now. So this is all we need for Insomniac Spider-Man. So I'm going to take you through it. So first up, we have the plain red second skin costume from Smithy's, and this is the type that has the mask that opens up like a proper mask. You know, you don't have to zip it up and unzip it at the back. And it does come with a handy bum bag, but I never used them. Then we've got a blue one. This is a different make. With the red second skin, there's a Velcro patch in the crotch, which makes it easy for going to the toilet. But this one is Wicked Costumes skins. They're both in medium. They're both in medium because that's the one that I use. That's the one that fits me. And this one, the mask doesn't come on and off like that, but it doesn't matter because this will be getting cut up. So will this one. Like the gloves, I'll probably cut up. The mask, I'll cut off. And just assemble it all together. So to assemble it all, we have some fabric glue here. We've got 120 milliliters of it. So we'll use that. We have the lenses. These are repurposed from the original PS4 Spider-Man suit that I tried making that ultimately failed. We have the soles. Now, I'm a size 8, but I had to get a size 4 because, well, they fit my foot better. They're a better size to work with. And then in terms of puff paint, we have, we have pomegranate, tulip, slick. This is for like the outline of the red patches on the costume. We have about 6 slick black puff paint. This will be for the webbing. I stocked up quite a bit because I know I'm going to need it in the future. And then we got some white matte. They didn't have slick, so I went with matte. And that's for like the chest spider, the back spider, the things on the wrists and the hand, and also on the ankles. So so that's all we need for the PS4 Insomniac Spider-Man costume, and we're gonna get working on it. First things first, though, I have to try these costumes on to make sure there's nothing wrong with them, there's no flaws or anything, because the worst thing that could happen is if I'm making it and once it's finally finished I put it on and discover there's a flaw. This will probably end up failing, but it's hoped, at least I hope, it will turn out like the Civil War suit. Now, the PS4 suit I noticed did have some blue lines on it. Unfortunately, I have some blue. I have some royal blue slick, and that'll be for the lines on the sections that need it. So, yeah, we're going to assemble this, and you're going to see the process of making one of my Spider-Man suits in the new technique. By the way, I forgot to say there is hot glue needed for this. I do have the hot glue right here. They take about 8mm, I think it is, sticks. In fact, I got them right here. No, 7mm, sorry. So, and I go through these quite quickly when assembling the suits, but that will be mostly for the soles and for the lenses. Now the lenses, it's quite a dangerous technique on putting them on the mask, but it works, and I've only been burnt once. I'll probably go over that again, but yep. So we're going to assemble all this, and we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so it's been quite a while doing all the stuff for the costumes. So I've got the costumes, as you know. I've cut out the spider emblems. I've done the web shooters. Now it's at this point. This is the first kind of checkpoint, as you will. I have no idea when I started this. I have no idea when I filmed the first bit of this video because, well, I didn't have the date and time set on my camera. It probably tells me, but so here we have the costume. We got the costume right here, and we got the lenses attached. We got the eyes attached, and I can see through them nice and easy. And I've added like a little guideline for the web pattern on the face, the little circle in the middle of the in between the eyes. And I've spent the past couple days drawing on the design, so tracing the spider emblem on the front, drawing on the design with a pen to get the overall look, and that's all over the body, everywhere that needs it. Every bit that's kind of that's going to need to be cut to use the red. And then what I've done was very tricky, very fiddly, because the pen runs out. It doesn't like drawing on fabric. I mean, this is what's this made of? I know a lot of people say spandex. It's actually not 100% spandex. It's 20% spandex. The remaining 80% is polyester. So I guess you could say it's spandex. You could say that. But again, very difficult to do. But I drew on the inside of the costume. I turned it inside out, and I kind of held it over a light, and I traced over it. Because these are the sections. This is going to help me in terms of gluing these sections onto the blue suit. I'll probably reinforce them with some thread, needle and thread, even though I'm not very good with the needle and thread. Never was. So, for instance, on the front, on the actual bit, the actual part of the suit you'll see, we've got all the detail of the chest spider. On the inside, to help me with cutting and sticking, we've got just the basic outline. So the details on the inside are not included. It's just, you know, to make it easier for me to stick it together. Now, the way I stuck it together for the Civil War suit, I don't know why I'm pointing over there. It's not hung up. It's in my bag just down there because I'm wearing them to college tomorrow. Well, yeah, tomorrow in this time frame. By the time you see this video, it's going to be complete. It's going to be totally finished, and it's going to be 2017. But that suit was already made, so I had to cut it and stick it in sections while I was wearing it. With this one, I'm going to keep it as a whole, but I'm going to put this blue suit on. Now, this is a similar suit, but the crotch, there's no Velcro, and the mask does not come off and go on like a hood. There's nothing there. It's like a traditional morph suit, but the logo is not plastered on the backside. That was the problem that I found with morph suit. So if you are making a Spider-Man suit, if you know how to get rid of the morph suit logo off your backside, buy away. But otherwise, I suggest Smithy's, or recently I went with, what was the brand? Wicked Costume Skins. And they do it in plain colors. I mean, honestly, the blue from Wicked Costumes is better than the blue from Smithy's. Smithy's I used for 2099, and Wicked Costumes I used for Civil War, upgrading that, and is now being used for the PS4 suit. But the reds pretty much come out the same on every brand. Morph suit, Wicked Costume, Smithy's, they all seem to come out the same shade. If you need to make it darker, there's probably methods to do it. I don't know. You know, I'm very DIY, but I find ways to do things myself. You know, with as little help as possible. You know, because that's just me. You know. So yeah, I'm gonna glue all this together. Once that's glued together, I can add the soles on. So I've got these. Now I'm a size 8. Shoe normally, but I go with a shoe size that's half that. So I go with a size 4, like not half in size. It's smaller, but as in half as in the number. because they fit nice and snug on my feet, and I'll glue them to the bottom once I've glued the whole suit together. And then it will be a case of doing the puff paints, adding the web shooters. The web shooters will go on last. You know, the puff paint will go on first, then the web shooters will be stuck on the wrists, and bing bang boom, should have a costume finished. I will do, and there's like patches on his fists, on his palm, that like go around here, and then here as well, and then a little pressure pad right here for the web shooting. So rather than show you me actually sticking this all together, because let's face it, it takes a long time. What I'm going to do is show you them. So we got the pieces, we got the two suits. Next time you see them, they'll be all glued together, and we'll have a semi-complete costume. We'll have, I say, about 80 to 90% complete on the costume. And then, as I said, it will be sticking on the soles, doing the puff paintings, so the big chest spider, the stuff on the wrists, the stuff on the ankles. For the white, the black will be all the web lines. The blue will be for some lines that are on the blue sections of the costume, kind of like what the homecoming suit has. And then just sticking on the foam, so the web shooters, the stuff on the palms, maybe the stuff on the knuckles, because he has little white bits on the knuckles. I'm not sure whether I'll puff paint them or make them out of foam and stick them on. We'll have to wait and see. But yeah, next time you see all that, it'll be a semi-complete costume, so keep watching. Time for another checkpoint on making this new Spider-Man suit, and I have to say, looking at it now, because I'm stood in front of a mirror looking at it, and I have to say, it's looking a lot better than the V1, that's for sure. In fact, I'm going to show you it right now. Here it is. It's looking really good so far, right down to the feet. So there's the side details on the leg, and we've got the waist right there, going up to the spider, over the shoulders and down the arms, the inside of the hands, and pièce de résistance. Oh. Ugh. There we go. I was twisted a bit. There's the mask. Oh, there's the mask. How about that? I gotta say, this looks really cool. This suit looks incredibly cool, without a doubt. This suit looks so much better. I think, yeah. Let's do that. I'm gonna show you the V1 of the costume. Let's get it out. And head back out there. Okay, so the V1 didn't go very well. That is maybe a bit of an understatement, but there's the V2, as you can see. There's the V2 costume with the right colors. And if I just do that, this was the V1. And you can see it is a travesty. Hang on. So yeah, you can see a bit of a difference there. I've only started a bit of the puff painting, but that's the V1. Hang on a second. Brainstorm. This will be an even better way of showing you how this turned out really, really disgusting. Okay. There we go. The puff paint looks so messy. The fabric paint was bleeding uncontrollably. Like, right there is where it should have stopped. There was tape over this to stop the red from going into this. And look at it. It bled in. And the same for the waist, up on the shoulders. And so that's the front. Here's the back. Hang on. Let me just turn that over. It's sticking together. There's the back. I realise I can't puff paint over
the zip. So yes, there was going to be a red line through it, but that's the back, and look, it's just ugh. And the wrists, that was the less messy one. That was because I was trying to rip off the back so I could get the right shape. But I initially went with puff paint. You can probably see just under there, but it turned out really rubbish. And the same for the feet. There were soles on there, but I ripped them off and used them for another suit, a better suit. And on the mask, there were eyes. But do you know what? You know what I did with the eyes? Right here. These were the only good parts of that costume. I ripped them off and stuck them on here, and they look a lot better. The suit as a whole looks better already. You know, it looks much closer to the actual video game look, which is what I'm going for. And let me just take the mask off. Mask comes off and goes on just as easy. So I just need to do a bit more puff painting. I apologize if I'm looking like over there, not at the camera. It's because I've got the mirror behind me and I can see on the screen, on the back of the camera. So that's the costume. There's still a bit of work to be done. Some puff painting on the chest spider, on the back of the wrist, back of the hand. I need to draw on the design on the right hand because it's on the left hand. But I need to draw it across onto the right hand. Then of course there's the there's like the back spider. There's nothing drawn on there yet, but I will do it. I'm going to draw on the back spider because I have the template, and do a bit more puff painting. In fact, I should point that out. I'm using matte for the white on here, and it turned out really good. It looks rough, but it actually isn't that rough. You know, I had to rub that against my face because I got no feeling in my fingers. And then I've got, I don't know if you can see it all that well, but there's like an outline of red puff paint just around here and up here as well on the shoulders. I noticed that in the design it does have these outlines kind of thing. There will be some blue drawn on it and blue lines on the on the waist, on the legs and stuff like that. And then of course there's the webbing that needs to go on all the red sections. So I'll do that. And the puff paint on lines, it takes about 4 hours to dry. For sections like the spider, that's going to take longer to dry, but it's worth it in the end, especially if I get a good looking suit. And so far this looks like it's going to be a really good looking suit. One of the problems will be, of course, doing the white on these legs, but I'm sure I could do it. I've managed it in the past, so keep watching this space to see how the suit finally turns out. Okay, so we're getting to another milestone. We're getting close to finishing the costume. Right now it's coming to the end of 2016 and getting ready for 2017, and kind of wondering how many celebrities are going to die in that. Anyway, let's get back to my costume. I have done a bit more puff painting, and this is what I have. I apologise for the light. I'm literally sat in front of my window, and that's the only form of light, because it's morning. It's coming up to midday. But there we have it. We have the chest spider all puff painted. I need to go over it a bit because, as you can see, some of the red fabric is showing through. That's just from where I had to basically like paint it on. So I need to go back over the chest spider. We got the stuff on the hands, the back of the hands. I need to do the bits on the knuckle, but they may be foam. I may do foam. The stuff around the wrist, I put the web shooters on. I managed to stick the web shooters on, so there we have it, all up the wrist. We've done that on both hands, and as you can see, well, back spider as well. Also need to go over that because look at how shoddy that is. Not the best, but hey ho. And as you can see, we got the webbing. We've done some webbing on there. We've done it on the waist, right there, on the chest. I've done the one shoulder, right there, and up to the neck. I've done it on the back of one hand, and this bit on the side, on the thighs. I need to do the other shoulder. I need to do the other hands, well, the other hand, and the arm on the other side, the left arm, a bit on the thigh, and also on here. I put some webbing on there, and I need to do it on the other side, and I need to put some white on this bit that goes up the back, because that's in the design. I need to put the webbing on the back as well, which shouldn't be too difficult. And then of course I need to web up the mask. Now I do have a head from this CSI set, but unfortunately it's too small. The head is actually too small. So I'm just going to have to figure something out. Even if I kind of have the mask kind of half, no, because that won't work. But yeah, I'll figure something out. I'll figure something out, because this is one instance where I cannot wear the mask to do the stuff on it. For the eyes, yeah, no problem. You know, just wear a mask underneath, glue the eyes on, and there we go. But for this, I need the puff paint. So it's not like I can grab a marker and just draw it on. It would look a bit out of place. So I'm just going to have to work on that. So that's the webbing that needs to be done. I also need to add the blue lines that kind of go on like the waist and the legs and the arms, kind of like what's on the Civil War / Homecoming suit. In fact, I'll show you what I mean. Again, apologies for the light. I don't know how clearly you can see it on there, but there's lines on the actual suit, on the blue sections. So I need to do that on this suit, and hopefully it will be done by the start of 2017, which will be tomorrow. And yeah, let's see how that turns out.
Well, it's taken a while. It's taken, I don't know, a couple of months, something like that. But at long last, it's finished. The whole suit is now complete. And check it out. Yeah, this is awesome. This is an awesome costume. I'm having to... Oh, please don't spaz out on me. My laptop's still playing up a little bit, so... So the date today, it's the 6th of January 2017, and basically the suit's all finished. Why does my eye look a bit wonky? Probably just the way I put the mask on. And it could just be the light. Because in the mirror it's not wonky at all, so... so yeah, this is the finished suit. I'll give you a twirl. There's the front. There's the back. Back to the front. Which makes no sense. Whatever. So I'm going to talk you through the entire suit. So when you first saw it, it was a blue second skin and it was a red second skin. You've seen it through the production, the making of it, and this is it. So first things first, we got the mask with the lenses that were the only good part of the first suit, which it's somewhere in my room. It's bit of a wreck. All the puff paint, all the webbing on there, and it also is on the back of the head. It goes on and comes off just as easy. So we'll move around it. So next up, body. So we got all the puff paint webbing and the big chest spider, which you saw that drawn on. And now you've seen it puff painted. So it was basically just like, almost like painting it on. So it was puff painted, like a big blob, like here, and then over the arms, and then painting it out. That's literally how it was done. Not even making that up. So onto the shoulders. So again, the puff paint there. And down the arms, onto the forearms, right there. There are puff paint lines right there connecting the two pieces. That was on the actual suit from pictures I've seen, so it's meant to be on there. So the forearm, it goes up like that. The white around the wrist, going up the forearm.
We've got the web shooter right there. That's been glued on. I had to wear it and I had to glue it while I was wearing it, so that was quite dangerous, especially doing it twice. But it was toasty, but it wasn't burning me. The palms, we got all the stuff that was on there, and I can still make a fist like that. It just squishes down. It's handy being made of foam. So the sections we got the bit here, which is on the, I suppose if you're having your hand down, it's the outside. The section that goes into the thumb, which still allows me to move my thumb. The bit here, which I'm not entirely sure what that's called, but it's just before the fingers. And then we have the pressure pad, which is exactly where it needs to be, which is, you know, where he shoots the web. So doing that, and the web would come out. And that's the same on this hand. They're in the exact same spot, roughly. Because how I did it, I glued one hand, and then I put the glue on the other piece, lined it up on that hand, and then just carefully put the hands together. And they're roughly in the same place. Ever so roughly, but you know what? It works. So there's that. It goes down to the waist, which I can't show. I cannot show it. Actually, look in the mirror. Look in the mirror. There it is. There's the waist. So that goes around the entire costume, and it does separate at the zips, so I can still get in and out of the costume. All that's been puff painted. You've probably noticed that on the red sections, there's a line of puff paint. That was something along that line was on the costume. It just kind of outlined the red sections. So I've done that. Oh yeah, I forgot to say about the back of the hands. We got the pad right there is puff painted, but the knuckles are foam. And again, I was wearing them. The knuckle pads are actually the same size as the pressure pad right there. They're the same size. I had to wear it and glue them on. And again, it was a bit toasty, but it didn't burn me. Which I've still got a scar somewhere on my face. I can't remember which side of my face it was, but I've still got a scar from where I burnt myself making 2099. It's the only suit I've ever actually burnt myself doing the mask for. So yeah, on the sides there we've got the puff painting details right there. So they come up from the waist, they connect here, but then they also come down through the spider legs and connect at the bottom of this torso piece. The back, I'll move my mask out of the way. The back looks like that. I need to top up that puff paint because it doesn't exactly look perfect. I still need to top up some of it on the chest as well. I may not even do it. I might do. It's 3 weeks until the first event with this suit, and before I do my project involving this suit. So it's going to be tricky showing you the legs. Sorry? Okay, I'm bad. So the legs, how can I do this? Hang about. Be right back. I'll use that. Sorry, sister. Alright, please don't spaz out. Please don't spaz out. Aw, yeah. It didn't spaz out. Okay, there we go. And there's the leg details. As you can see there. They're glued on. In fact, all of the red parts are glued on. Because I couldn't get any fabric glue, and I'm no good with a needle and thread, so but you can see the line details on the legs a bit better right there. And then the feet, we got the red sections either side, and then we got the bit on the back. On the right it's not so lined up, on the left it is. On the left it's yeah, I can't show it. I don't know how to show it, but on the left foot it's more lined up in the middle of the foot than it is on the right. I don't like how the right foot turned out. Yeah, so that's the finished suit. the PlayStation 4 Insomniac suit. I'm gonna do like a before and after, a V1 versus V2. So I'm actually gonna try and put on the V1 suit because, well, the wrists were incredibly difficult to put on the V1 because they were foam. They weren't puff paint. Because it just went so messy. And whereas this, it stretches a little bit. The puff paint actually stretches just a little bit, enough for me to put my wrist in. Yeah, overall, I'm happy with how the suit turned out. You know, I know down the line that the zip is gonna bust. I know for a fact that zip is gonna bust. Because I've done this technique, as you know, from my Civil War / Homecoming Spider-Man suit, and the zip has split. I had to get that fixed. I've learned lessons, so I've done this hopefully slightly better. I'm crouched in the Spider-Man position right now. I'm able to do these. I'm able to do the poses. I don't think I can get too low, otherwise the zip will just split. But I'm happy with how the suit turned out. That's one con, the zip. The other con is, yeah, I have to hot glue it together, which means I have to wear the suit. So if you saw me wearing the blue suit, wearing the red one over the top, cutting sections and then gluing them and having to be there wearing it. Luckily, it only lasts for a few seconds and then it's glued in place, but then I have to be extra careful I don't pull it apart. What else? The soles, the feet, as I said, the right foot didn't turn out as good as the left foot, so it looks a bit wonky. But overall, I'm happy with this suit, and I think it turned out really well. As you can see, the full body kind of look. The full suit turned out really well. I know I'm on the screen, I just can't see clearly. So yeah, that's the whole suit. With the mask on, just like that. And yeah, it looked really good. So I'm well chuffed with this. Well chuffed with this. Let's hope it holds together. Hopefully I do a couple more Spider-Man suits. I got Superior Venom in mind because I want to do a moving mouth, a symbiote kind of thing. But yeah, very happy with the suit. Very happy with how it turned out. I think I agree with Raz. This could be my best Spider-Man suit because it looks so cool. It really looks so cool. So I hope you enjoyed seeing how I make my suits, how it went from the very beginning of being just bits and pieces, the puff paints, the suits, and the suits on their own, and the soles and the foam and everything like that, seeing it all in those pieces, and then to see it finally assembled in the full suit. I just hope you enjoyed seeing the process. And let me know in the comments below. Is there anything maybe I could have done a bit differently? Are you thinking of making your own suit in this kind of way? What suit do you think I should try in the future? I won't try it straight away because I've got plans. But what suit do you think I should try in the future? You know, any Spider-Man suit out there, not Spider-Ham. I'm not going to do the animal ones because, well, that'd be difficult because, you know, trying to get a pig head or trying to do a dinosaur. Because dinosaur Spider-Man does exist. Arachnosaur, I think it is. Something like that. But yeah, let me know all that down in the comments. If you enjoyed this video, give it a like rating. Add it to your favorites if you want to. If you want to see more videos like this, then hit that subscribe button down below. And until the next video, I've been Mighty Mr. Mooresky. Y'all have a nice day.